Hey everyone, so today I'm going to try out a community question. So this was built on jamesperalta.com using the author question flow. So in this flow, you can pretty much describe what problem you want to practice and it will generate you a question and kick you into a coding interview for that specific question. So let's try out this community question. Bank account encapsulation. Okay. Looks like it's only available for Python, so let's run it. Ooh, it's a lot of text. So let's look at the AI interview. We'll treat this like practice, so there's no clock. Take your time and talk it through however you like. To make sure we're solving the same thing, can you describe in your own words what a bank account class should do here, given an account holder name and optional starting balance as input, and what methods results it should produce, including any constraints that feels important to you. Okay. So let's take some notes. We have a bank account class that demonstrates encapsulation with implement a bank account class that demonstrates encapsulation with business rules. Requirements. The constructor accepts an account holder name and an optional starting balance. Okay, let's just take some notes real quick. Okay. The balance must be internal private state. Okay. We have private deposit amount and withdraw amount. And then you can transfer to another account. I don't know what type that is, but and then we could also get the balance. We can also deposit an amount, so increase the balance by positive and withdraw. Decrease by a positive only if it exists. Otherwise, it leaves the balance unchanged and false equals to true. Okay, transfer to moves money from the current account to another account. If there are insufficient funds, return false and make no changes. Okay. If there are invalid transfer amounts, must raise. Okay. Get balance returns the current balance. Invalid amount must raise value error. So bank account Bob, and we can transfer to Bob. We can get a balance. Get a balance. Create Ben. Okay. So we basically need to define a bank account class with very simple operations for like depositing, withdrawing, transferring, and getting the balance. And looks like the tests are going to initialize multiple bank accounts and like deposit into some, withdraw, and then transfer between bank accounts and verify that data is being transferred between bank accounts correctly. So yeah. And then we need to make sure to handle all the edge cases related to like negative balances and bad inputs and bad outputs and all of that. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. Yeah, the plan is this is a lot of code, so I'll probably just do it one by one, but I think every function is like self-explanatory. When it comes to initialize, what we're gonna do is it's gonna get a name and the balance. So when we construct it, we're gonna store into the bank account the name and the balance at the class level, or sorry, at the object level. Like we're gonna create an instance variable, and now now when it's instantiated, it will have a name and a balance that's tied to it. Then we'll go into when it comes to deposit, that one is we just need to check for like well-formed input. For that, probably check if amount is valid integer and positive. That's for deposit. For withdraw, check if amount for withdraw, we check if amount is valid integer, and we'll probably do a positive integer as well because we'll say positive and balance is non-negative after. For transfer to, we will probably do also for all of them we will have to verify amount. Verify amount. We could probably pull that out into some function, but we're gonna want to verify amount, verify source account balance. And then when it gets to the destination, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I think for all of them, we'll have to check if amount is a valid integer and positive. So we can pull that out, and then some other checks. But yeah, and then get balance is just literally return the instance variable. Damn, I'm losing my voice. I don't even know how. Maybe from the Spain game yesterday. Totally, it's a lot of text. And I'm unlocking code now. Please implement the class and editor and say ready for review. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is self.name. So what we're gonna do is valid. We're gonna have a helper function called valid amount. Self amount. If amount we probably have to check the type. Damn, I have to look that up. If type amount not equal something to be an integer again, or sorry, be a how do I check the type for something to be a float again? And how do I raise compare Peralta? Hopefully it just hands it to me. Okay, type. Okay. So we'll do if if not float, return raise value error. We're gonna say invalid amount. If amount is less than 0, we'll do the same thing. Invalid type. Invalid negative balance. So what we'll do is we'll run here if we'll run for all of these. What we're gonna do is self.valid amount. Could probably be a decorator check or some middleware, but balance. What we're gonna do is check that. So this will check if it's valid integer or valid float, and if it's correct. Um, for this, dot name equals name, so dot balance equals balance. We'll do return self dot balance. Okay, deposit, that's easy. We already know that it's a valid float and the amount, and it's a valid amount. Then we say self dot balance plus equals amount. Withdraw, what we'll do is if self dot balance is greater than or equal to the amount, then what we'll do is, what do we return? I don't think we return anything, but we'll return self dot balance minus equals amount. So true that it worked, false otherwise. If the balance, let's clean this up. If the balance is less than amount, return false otherwise. Just to, I think that's easier to read. Early return. So if the balance is less than the amount, or we could also do if the balance minus the amount is less than 0, but that might be, we don't want it to go negative. If to take the balance and minus the amount, return false. Otherwise, we actually perform it. That's withdraw. So we'll have the source and we'll have the destination. So what we're gonna do is if we're gonna try to do the withdraw. So we're gonna get the other account. Did withdraw yourself dot withdraw, and we'll take the other account, and then we'll withdraw the amount. If did withdraw is false, what happens? Return false. Otherwise, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the destination, which is self dot balance plus equals the amount, something like that. All right, check over my code. I think I have it set up. Oh, okay. Um, self dot withdraw my amount. Withdraw account dot. Yeah, that was actual bug. Let me run it. Oh shoot. Self dot balance. Let's get an invalid type. Oh, they're throwing it in cents. They're doing it in cents. So we validate the amount, did withdraw. We try to withdraw the amount from our bank account, right? If did withdraw is false, just we would return false. Otherwise, we return true here. Yeah, this should be good. All right, it looks like all my tests are passing. Let me know what you think. Damn, a little rusty. Shouldn't have to like run it that much times and should have caught that from a dry run. Yeah, so I would say every operation is efficient because like it's pretty much all one. It's not, it won't grow as the input size grows because it's just running like calculations. And yeah, it's pretty much all one for every single function there. Yeah, cool. All right, generating the scorecard. Let's see how I performed. Higher, 3 out of 4. Expand education discussion to include type of change and zero versus positive semantics. Implemented the required methods cleanly and reached a passing test correctly handled. Yeah. Okay, what could I improve? To improve, tighten the explanation of each method's exact return behavior upfront, especially for withdraw and transfer to. Try to, okay, yeah. Be more explicit about whether the balance validation allows zero and whether non-integer values are permitted. Pin down the constraints. Cool. Yeah, that was one of the community questions. I got a higher, 3 out of 4. Very hard to get a strong higher. You really need to explain your thought, and it's kind of lazy. So I definitely need to improve that. Catch y'all in the next video. Have fun with it. Let me know what you think.